and I'm a librarian at the Sonoma County Library. Welcome to Sonoma County Library Makes! This is an instructional video on how to use the Take and Make kits from your local library. If you don't already have a kit, feel free to call your local library and they'll put one aside for you as long as supplies last. Today in this video, we'll be talking about this month's Take and Make kit, which is Shrinky Dinks. Let's get started! Okay, so here's my little goodie bag, my little Take and Make craft kit. Let's open it up and see what's inside. All right, here we go. So we have a keychain loop, some colored pencils, the instruction sheet, very important, a Shrinky plastic sheet, and super cool images to use if we'd like. So you'll also need an adult to preheat the oven and use the oven, and scissors to cut out your Shrinky Dink, and some sort of mechanism to do a hole punch so that you can put it on a keychain. You can also make it into a magnet if you have the supplies, or a sticker. There are lots of different options you can do. You'll need an adult to preheat the oven to 325. Then you'll take your little Shrinky Dink plastic and you'll cut it into the shape you want. So I'm gonna cut it into the shape of these characters. There we go. I'm gonna grab my colored pencils. So what we'll do then is we will color our little Shrinky Dink, and before you look at that, make sure you give yourself enough space to do the hole punch. You don't want it too close to the edge or to the character for when it shrinks. So you'll see, so I'm gonna put that there. Looks like I have a good amount of space up here for it. Okay. So one thing about the Shrinky Dink paper is if you look at it, you'll notice one side is really smooth and one side is kind of scratchy. If you're using permanent markers, the smooth side works really well. But if you're using the colored pencils we provided for you, the scratchy side will work much better to get the color in. So you can kind of see how the shape is showing up. It's easier sometimes to do the outline first. All right, so I have my little Among Us friend all drawn. Before we put it in the oven, I want to make sure that I trim the edges so that it looks a little bit prettier. Remember to keep that keyhole hole punch not close to any edges. Okay, let's go put it in the oven. Okay, so my little toaster oven is all ready. I have everything I want. I have my little item. Make sure your character has the colored side up. The part that you colored on is the part up. We're gonna put it inside the oven. For 1 to 3 minutes. So we're gonna sit here and watch it. Now what we wanna do is we wanna watch it shrink up. And then once the piece lies flat, we'll bake it for another 30 seconds so that it finishes. Oh, and there we go. Now it's flat. So let's give it about 30 more seconds. All right, that's 30 seconds. Make sure you get an adult who has mitten gloves to take out the Shrinky Dink very carefully and let it cool off. So now what we can do is we can attach it with our keychain. We can create it into a button or a sticker if you have the supplies, but your little character is ready. So feel free to use the characters we gave you or make your own, draw your own favorite item. And there you go, give it a try.